Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Starting Seven Pod. We have another guest for you today, a very big guest for you today. We have the Gage Worsley on the podcast today. Gage, say hi to everyone. Gage, we usually do like a
What's up,
little
boys?
intro on who you are. I mean, we all know everyone knows who you are, but like give a little like intro who you are, what you do.
Where you are.
Yeah.
Uh, okay, I'll start like that. My name is Gage Worsley. I played at University of Hawaii, such as yourselves. I'm currently now in the south of France here. You may know me less from my volleyball and more from my wild videos that I post online. It's Keone's been a part of as well.
I know.
But yeah, and I asked to be on this podcast, and Keone has been blazing himself ever since I asked. So I'm glad that I could, hop on and see him do it live.
You can see me do a lot of things live, brother.
We just gotta get into the nitty gritty. Like, how did you start out of the system? What was when did it start? Like, how did you guys come up with that? Like, what was the dream?
You guys know Max Rosenfeld?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
You know Max,
Yeah, of course.
That Max, we were on the same team, super close, same class and everything. And it was always me, Joe, Max, for the most part, that always hang out. Called ourselves the Jew crew. Max is not
Hey.
Jewish. My mom and my dad, my mom is Jewish, so my brother and I by default are Jewish. We don't practice it, but we just call ourselves the Jew crew. COVID hit after a few weeks. Joe gets the bright idea, like millions and millions of other people were like, we should start a podcast. We decided we're gonna call it The Huddle. So we decided to call it The Huddle. Very generic name. And it was so bad. It was like
That's terrible.
it was yeah, it was. It was. Basically they kind of morphed into what it is today. We started doing vlogs and those vlogs happened and then Joe's like, we need like a symbol. And then we were at Hawaii and everything like that. And I remember we were sitting in the room like hitting our heads, like punching our heads, and all of a sudden I looked down and my favorite hat had a pineapple on it. And then we tried different patterns on it, and then the waves kind of stuff. And the waves kind of I would say in terms of I'm glad that I was there and we came up with those because it kind of saved our ass because like we can like stick those on stuff and people kind of recognize okay that's our brand, rather than having a simple
definitely.
name or a pineapple on it or something like that. So that
I
was
usually
really
recognize
cool.
your brand from your
That's also like that. You see that's a debate. Would you recognize it more from the waves or from my butt or from my perfect arch positioning?
the waves of your butt.
You
Yeah,
got the
dude,
arch
the
Recoil
down,
arch
waves
is
so
eyeballs.
of
you
your
have the
cheeks.
arch.
Yeah, the arch is down.
Well,
You get
I mirrored it off of our waves, and I thought it goes like this. So then I had to kind of go like this, and so I thought it was on brand. So my how do I say my arching is second to none, as
Hey.
It is
Top-
second to none.
That booty cheek arch is top 2 and it ain't 2.
that booty cheek
Two.
arch is viral. So there's a
It
couple
is.
Yeah.
viral
The thing is about it, the problem what I see online is lack of commitment. And I always say, I'm like, people are not committed. If you want a good butt dig, first of all, I realize what I was given is God given. I realize that. Like what I'm working with, I realize that. Like this comes naturally. That's good. But two, it's like you gotta commit to it. You know what I'm saying? You gotta get that arch, you gotta get that low position, you gotta stick that thing up there.
So for all the kids out there, they always hear like, "Yo, you got to be an all-around player. Like, got to
Yeah,
develop the game. You got to work on everything if you want to get recruited." How high in the depth in the skill chart is booty digging for them? Like, what would you recommend they
Well,
like?
I mean, if I'm being honest, I've heard of coaches actually recruit from something they saw online. So I'm like, if you want to like this could go one of two ways. Higher chance being at negative, but you have a 3% chance that you get the attention of someone like Charlie Wade, Alan Knight, these big time coaches, and John Hawks. And if you do a correct booty dig, and they see one, dedication is the biggest thing. Two, uniqueness. Three, creativity. With all that in a booty dig, there's a 3% chance you get a possible walk-on spot.
I can't find the page. You know what I'm talking about? Where it's like you're doing some like there's like a couple of chicks there, and you're like digging balls, and then you get on the floor with like one arm, and you do like this.
No, dude.
You talking about like they do something and then I say it's incorrect and it's just me humping the ground?
Yeah.
Yeah, so those are the Penn State girls. They won the national championship this past year and they worked
Yeah.
our camp. So we're in North Carolina, and my brother. So people think it's obviously 99% of the time in terms of like the devious ideas, like the most is 99.99. It comes from me, but sometimes Joe's like, dude, you should, because he's CEO Joe. He's got a professional, to keep up. And he is, but he's like, dude, you should do a video like this. And I'm like, just give me a second, let me think. I'm like, okay. And then explaining to these girls that I just met like a day ago, I'm like, okay, this is what's gonna happen. You're gonna do an action, and then I'm gonna do that action, but humping the ground continuously. And they're just like, what the are you talking about?
That's crazy.
And then, like them trying to like wrap their mind around, like just do this. I'd have them all do like their normal thing, and then I said, and then I literally went from position to position, humping the ground,
Yeah.
where they were.
No, bro.
That was literally
No.
and then I said, okay, and then also the NC State coach who let us in, because people like she like if they let us in, they know who we are. She knew who we are, and then she just like see me like desecrate her freaking like logo with my bulge, basically is what's happening. And she's like, oh my god, this is insane. I also did like, and it didn't stop there. I did one where we shot it. We did a butt dig from the stands, and it was one where I looked straight up into the camera, and I have this screenshot actually. It's like if you were to like look at here, it was like me looking up like this, like with my butt out back there.
Oh my gosh,
And-
I'm almost done. Stay there.
Yeah. And then after that, we shot like an actually educational video after that, which is just wild. Just the wave, the roller coaster of just shooting is.
Like
You
that
never
one,
know. You never know.
that one just in particular got me. I was like, I can't believe they're posting. One reel is like top tier, best volleyball players in the country, like overseas high level, and it's like the next reel is just guys humping the ground. Like, what kind of?
You just never know. The thing is, people come up to me like, yeah, we love it, like we like it a lot, but they're like so zesty sometimes. And I'm like, when people, I die laughing at that. You know what I'm saying? But
Bro's
no, it's
impregnating
it's
the Terraflex.
You're gonna have
Wow.
3 or 4 more Terraflexes by next year, by in 8
Yeah.
months, 9 months. Honestly, like the biggest thing is, dude, the strong. Like, if you genuinely just don't care, no, but nothing. Like, it will never affect you ever. Like, if like whatever people say or think of you, if you just like start like, all right, there's a line there. I realize that, but for the most part, like it doesn't matter. Like it doesn't matter.
There's
I
no
will say
line.
though, dude, I'm telling you, bro, I will say where I am intimidated. Girls can intimidate that. Like if I go into a girls tournament, like we went to nationals, like not this past summer, the year before, and I was like, oh my god, I feel like a fucking idiot. So it's like I will say the girls scene like that can spook me, bro. Like that.
Bro,
That can
that's
intimidate
why you reverse it and you spook the girls.
me. Stuck on
I-
that.
I don't.
Hashtag sign up for our camps.
I would say make the girls as uncomfortable as they can. Sign up for his
Alright.
camps.
Oh, okay.
I will say that. I will say my most out of pocket videos. My captions sign up for our camps. Always, without a doubt.
It has to
It
be.
doesn't work. I don't think people actually sign up from those, but I think it's funny that
hook.
we actually.
No,
Boom,
I know,
gotcha.
you definitely
Pump
get
in the
signed up from
ground.
those.
Boom, gotcha. Sign up for our camps.
Have you ever had any awkward parent interactions, like, or
Yes.
just
You want to hear
player?
something crazy?
Yeah, please.
But not the way you're thinking. Not the way you're thinking. Actually, it happened this summer. After the camp, people because we have guest coaches and they like with bigger names and stuff. So like, they usually want pictures and stuff, and sometimes they want pictures with us and stuff. So this big dad, he's gotta be like 6'5", 6'6", comes up with his phone like this. Comes up to me with his kid by his side, and I'm like, okay, like, what's up? I'm like, hey, how you doing? How you doing? And he's like, hey, my son, is a big fan, and he wants you to teach him how to do a butt dig. This kid's 9 years old. And I'm just like, and then in my head, I'm like, what have I done? What am I doing with my life? Like, he had me teach his son to do a butt dig, who's 9 years old, to do a butt dig. I was like, what have I created, basically? It's never like, hey, I saw your stuff online. And don't get me wrong, I've rubbed the people the wrong way. Not kidding, I was rubbing the right way.
On
Like
job.
where like they've been like, okay, like they're like no one's come up to me and been like, hey, like this is like really bad. Not in person, online for sure. I'll get like people like, hey, this is blah 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 or this, or I'll hear what people say and stuff.
I have, because I posted something out of pocket.
Well, what did you
What are your
put?
thirst
What
traps?
did you post?
It was the one where you ever seen that trend where like they're on the track field and then they're like risen up and they're like, come here, and then they're all sprinting because they're running
Right.
track.
Oh,
I
I
did
do
that
remember that.
in Oregon with a bunch of high school girls.
Okay, yeah, that's you're asking for it,
Well,
bro. That's
that
crazy.
seems to
That's
be a
on you, bro. That's so
miscalculation
on
on
you.
your part.
There were,
Was
we
that
were
the
in this huge
camp?
camp. There was probably like 400 girls doing like warm up laps, and I was like, Avery, record this.
Bro,
And I had my Arizona green tea, and I was like,
I do have a question. The one where you you like bomb it or you like skyball it like into the ocean and then run after it.
Mhm.
How hard is it to like how far does the ball usually go? Like does
Dude,
is it
there
is it hard to
there are
go
ones
get it?
all right, first of all,
Or do
if
you just leave it?
for any of those people who comment, I'm gonna call these people out. For any of those people that comment, oh my god, I'm gonna move this back to this actually. If you comment, oh my god, there's no way he got it, you're an idiot. I get it every single time. I would not leave the ball out there. Like little Jake Myers, our little guy did, or whatever. I get it every single time. People think like, oh my god, he just hit a $75, $100 ball in the water. That's polluting. I'm like, I would not just hit a ball in the ocean. One, do that. Two, post it, and then three, just leave it out there. Hell no. I did it
Yeah.
every single time. Every single time. But I remember I did it, and people were I was like, I just had this idea. I was like, because I can hit a ball pretty far. And then I was like, what if I did it in the ocean? Like, but it has to be a good sky, you know? Because I did like once or
Yeah.
twice where it wasn't a good sky, just didn't do anything, understandably. And then I just did it, and then people really liked it. But I get it every time, every time. But the big ones are the ones in Delaware. We do that in Delaware, Rehoboth Beach. Shout out Rehoboth Beach.
Get a ton of volleyball washing up here.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah,
on the beach.
yeah, never. I come with one ball and then I leave with one.
I guess, well, on that topic, like you guys do a tour of America pretty much, right? Like it seems like you guys go all over.
Imagine you guys hop in a minivan for 5 weeks, go on tour across the country in a minivan, and you record it, and you go and play in tournaments and host camp clinics. Think of it like that. That's the best way I can describe it to you.
So fun.
And so we started doing that to like, we luckily won all the tournaments and everything. So that was awesome. And then we like to think we host pretty good camps and clinics,
Yeah.
and then so we went and did that, and then dude, it just kind of grew from there, and it kind of took on its life of its own. Now I will say there are growing pains to that. Like don't get me wrong, like this past summer was the best, like most smoothest one we've had. Shout out to like people we brought along. Like there were some like the second tour was like a shit show. Basically, we said no to the national team and everything, so it allowed to free our schedule up and everything, and then it just kind of became part of our system. And since we play overseas, it's kind of something we have to do, like to not have to, but it's something that we've kind of been we've been known for kind of. So that's kind of what happened with that, and just I will say, man, now it's turned to something where we're on the road for like 2 months, over 2 months, kind of 2.5 months or so, and it's like brutal. Like it's hard on like
Yeah.
I will say
bro,
it's
you
also
guys
not
are
Yeah,
conducive.
machines.
Yeah, it's Keone was on it for a little bit. He was on it for the
Bro, I
beginning.
did it for
and
like
then
a
we went,
week, and I was like,
yeah, and
dang,
then we were like, and then we had to go like two more months after.
which is insane. You guys are little machines.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, that's
That's
crazy.
fire. Respect.
this next one. People don't know this actually. You can release everything, but I'll be the only one. Joe won't go on as much because he had like injuries and stuff. He's getting older. I'm 26, so I'm still at a good age range where I can still do it and stuff. But give it a year or two. All of a sudden my body. I also play libero, so it's easier on me. But it's awesome. You see an impact on the kids, but I will say it's not conducive to a pro athlete. You sleep like you eat like you feel like you know what I'm saying, and you're like going and like you can't. It's hard saying shit. It's just like it's brutal. It's amazing the impact we get on with the kids and who we go with and everything. It's great for the company. It's not easy. It's really not easy, but it is. I want to say a lot of people die to be in the position that we're in, like to be able to do that, you know. So like, also I'm very grateful thing, and yeah.
We always like to we started doing this recently. We do like a good vibe segment. It's kind of like random for us. It's like almost nothing to do with volleyball most of the time. So before we were doing we realized Keone doesn't know where like 90% of US states are. So
Oh,
we were
sweet.
doing like state guessers, but I found this video. It's like this like common sense quiz that's supposed to be like pretty funny.
All right,
So
I'm in
we're
there.
gonna see how much common sense we have. That's the goal here.
We're all working together here.
No. I think we should just do Gage versus
It's
Keone.
Keone
Gage
versus Keone. See if who gets it
You
I
right.
think
have-
we're just kind of the audience here.
Your demise
Yeah.
is about to be met.
Which
Oh,
verb
dude.
to use if you needed to describe a person who doesn't have all their fingers on one
Amputee?
hand?
Amputee,
A nubby.
a nub.
A nubby?
Oh.
We should just call this person normal. What? That's a great.
What the hell is that trash?
That's a medical term. That is a medical.
Ooh.
What? You have something against people without all their fingers on one
I
hand?
don't, but like you could say someone without like.
But
okay,
they're not
they don't have an
normal.
arm. You could say he's still a normal person. You know what I'm saying? He just doesn't have an arm.
All right, 0-0.
Uh-oh, a map.
Whatever.
What?
Plane crashes right on the board.
should they
Keanu
bury
Reeves-
this?
In a
survivors.
cemetery.
Yeah, cemetery. I've heard this before. Yeah,
I've seen that
cemetery.
one too.
Cemetery?
Cemetery. Yeah. I mean.
Oh, where should they bury the survivors?
Oh, where,
Yeah,
did you, where did you
Just
find
bury
Oh.
the survivors.
Got yo. Got all yo.
I've heard this one before, you idiots. It's like really wrong.
Oh no, I know this one.
Yoni, I think we should team up here because we're both idiots.
We
You
should
get one,
join
you get one.
forces and kiss.
Too late. We've already done that.
Okay.
All right, you only have
Only-
one match. You have to make a tough choice. What will you light first?
It's only one match, right?
You would like the match
I
first.
think I
You
know
would
it.
like the
the
match
match first, and then you like the yeah. Like the match, then the lamp.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got one, we
Yeah.
got one.
See what happens when we
Our
work
combined brain power
The
is unbelievable.
combined- the
1
combined
plus 1
cognitive
equals
power.
2.
So he's standing out in the rain, and not a single hair on his head got wet.
How?
I
Ball.
say balls. Yeah.
Hey, hey, that's 2 for 2
Come
right
on,
there.
boys.
Mhm,
Mhm.
mhm. How can it be that every single person in a plane crash died, but 2 people survived? They're not
The
single.
pilots.
Is that the joke? Like every single person? You know what I'm saying? Like the same
Oh.
people.
Oh my
Two
gosh.
people were married or something.
That's right. That's right.
Oh my God, he's
Oh, like,
him.
this
He's
is
The
that
him.
you ain't
singles died,
That's gotta
but
be
not
right.
the
The
double.
Harvard of the Pacific, baby.
The
The
two
Harvard of the
survivors
Pacific
were
right here,
married.
baby. Locked in.
Wait, genius.
That's that UH education right there. He's locked in.
What do you sleep on, sit on, and brush your teeth with Gage's?
That's staying in, by the way.
Yours
No,
tongue. What do you sleep on, sit on, and brush your teeth with?
A bed, chair, and
chair.
a toothbrush.
Oh, come on! You
bed,
can't.
a
You
chair,
can't.
two
That's just that's ridiculous. That's so ridiculous.
I think my answer still works.
At least Keanu's is truthful. In some months there are 31 days, and others there are
How many
30.
months have 28 days?
Oh, I know this one.
Oh.
Yeah, I know this one too.
All
How
of
many
them.
months?
Oh, I see what you did there. Correct answer.
Oh.
I wouldn't have thought of that. I would have been like, I'm gonna guess 2 or 3. That was
Yeah.
good. That was good, Keanu.
Yeah, you like that?
The Waz. Where's the Waz?
All 12 months have 28 days. Hey. Ones. Long story short, we kind
My
of
zookeeper. I think
Our
we're
emphasis.
what passing
Yeah, I think
grade
we're-
70%.
we can.
I think we're good.
Yeah, I feel like we did good. We
Dude.
definitely did it. We definitely got a passing grade.
Season
take it.
agrees.
Speaking of you two work together, how is it to be on to like how was that thing this summer? Like do you guys have any good lore of
It's like Smashville, right? Or whatever what it was.
living with Keone
Oh,
or
we got some lore.
Yeah, this guy fucking stole my sandwich. God damn it. I'm so
Yeah.
mad about it. This guy,
Bro,
this
dude,
guy
that was
knowingly
not my
stole my
fault.
goddamn sandwich.
That's a chain reaction of mistakes. That's not my fault, and I was just a part of the
You're
chain.
not, but you're exactly. You're part of the chain. Break the problem, bro.
Yeah, but the start of the chain was the real problem.
I don't know, man. I don't know, man. This guy stole. Basically, we ordered a bunch of Subway sandwiches, and he couldn't find his, so he just took mine.
No,
Bro.
Yes.
Bro, come on.
I had the number for my sandwich, and I took the number that was for my sandwich.
That whatever, bro. You knew it wasn't yours, though. It was clearly
What?
no,
The
panini
sandwich
versus a
you had
normal
tasted
sandwich.
better anyway because it was my sandwich.
No, it was not. My sandwich that I was thinking about the sandwich for like 4 hours. Like, oh my God, I can't wait till after this camp I eat this sandwich. And then I get back and this flatbread, a barbecue flatbread. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Dude, those are the moments where I feel like a little toddler. Like I'm getting all actually genuinely frustrated of like eating the wrong sandwich. Like, dude, craving this
dude, it
all
was-
day.
Keone, you get a flatbread?
I toast my
got
flatbread,
a-
brother.
I do that.
You
From
guys get
Subway, you
flatbread?
just get a
Let me
flatbread.
put y'all on, man. Flatbread, toast that
All right,
bit.
let me
Mustard.
put you guys on. Since I got the flatbread, it's not that good. It really
Oh
is
my
not.
God. No,
It's not.
it's not
Dude,
that good
flatbread is
because you
not
were
good,
just
bro.
angry.
Bro, I'm not.
Bro,
You
flatbread is
stole
not
my
good.
sub clearly because of flatbread. If I'm thinking about I would look through every single thing.
How about
to
you
find
give me
my
your
sub
foot
before I
long?
got a flatbread. We've been there and done that. We've gone over this.
On
Wait,
John.
Gage, what's your Subway order?
Dude, I'm glad you asked. It's one of two things. It's the meatball marinara, but now it's called the not the Big Daddy. It's called the
Hey.
No, it's
Hey.
I don't know. It's not the Big Daddy.
or something like this. The big boss. The boss. It's called the boss.
That's
Yeah,
what they
Big
call
Boss.
you
My
when
bad.
you
I'm
walk
thinking
in.
about Keone. My bad.
I was about to say
Please
big
look
jump
back.
from boss to daddy.
So it's the boss. That's with pepperoni in it. And then other than that, I get a Italian BMT with like the mild chipotle sauce or whatever, chipotle like mayo.
Gage,
And all the vegetables, all of them.
Respect. Oh,
last
all of them.
meal, say you're death row.
Yeah. Burrito. California burrito.
That's it?
Oh yes.
I mean, yeah, but like it doesn't get
Yes,
better
that's
than
a
that.
great
California burrito is the
answer.
best thing that's ever, and we don't get it over here.
From where?
So California burrito, like probably Cali tacos or the because Cali tacos also has the angel, which has shrimp in it too.
Where is it? What about like in
Anaheim. It's in SoCal. It's in like Orange County area.
Bro,
The
if I
taco
was a
stands.
death row inmate and if I asked them for my last meal is like Gage's cheeks, could they do that or what?
Well, I would probably be some severe cutting on my end, and that would also be negative towards out of system because that's basically our brand. So probably not.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. It's like
I need those, bro.
He needs both of them.
Hey, I gotta go with my family somewhere.
Who said?
We have one more question. We have one more question.
Okay.
Use like 3 more minutes. Yeah. All
Good
right.
jump, Kenny.
Gage, we wanna give you or want us you to give us your all-time UH starting 7. Because we are the starting 7 podcast.
Now I
and-
can of course, I could probably go into like way. I mean, first off, I want to say this because no disrespect to the older generation, I just don't know them as well. So I'm just gonna go from like who I play with and who I know. Actually, from Taylor Averill's day. Taylor Averill in the middle, Patrick Gassman in the middle, setter Joe Worsley. I'm not gonna put myself, because that would be egotistical. But I'll put Tui in there then.
Okay.
Cookie Man, and then right side obviously Rado. Outside would have to be, for what he did at Hawaii, it has to be Stein. Now you could go with either Spiros or
What about Capone Fe 21?
bro,
What about A1 Capone Fe?
bro? What about A1 Italy
yeah,
Capone, bro?
no. I didn't play with Capono too, so that's I said yeah, and I did say Taylor Averill. I know that, but I didn't play
Just
with
say like
Capono.
Clay Stanley or something.
No, I put Rado over Clay.
Kind of
Clay wasn't as good when he was at Hawaii. He got really good overseas. Who am I to say that? Oh, second one. You can either put Capono. Yeah, you gotta
That was
put
the
Capono
joke.
for what he's meant. Oh, sorry. For you can put you gotta put Capono for what he's done. But
Yeah,
Stein
we
and
were
Capono.
joking.
I will say this though. Can I say this? The best UH team I've ever seen was the one. I mean, I was lucky enough to be on it my sophomore year. That was the best UH team by far, but they didn't win. Like the
100%,
team
bro.
that
What was that? Fucking 72 sets in a row or some shit?
yeah, the team. So what happened was, I will say this too: the level, and I felt it too. The level got worse after that. So that year in UH hit in recruiting, it was also the same thing in club. It was the like my brother's year, TJ Falco's year, Micah Ma, like the best year ever in club volleyball history, without a doubt. And I saw it in the club. So I played that year. I played 3 years of 18s, and so I played 18s that year when I was sophomore. So I had my junior and senior year of high school, and the level each year just went worse and worse and worse. And then same thing happened in college. So what happened was we lost, and it was I remember, dude, I could tell you horror story. It was so that loss was like the worst loss of my life. I just remember like in my brother's arms, just like crying, like I like apologize. It was so bad.
I
That
was
loss was
there.
so bad,
I
so
was in
bad. It
eighth
was.
grade.
Oh my god, bringing me back. Oh my god, I feel old there. But then what happened was the next year, obviously, COVID hit. But then the year after that, I'm telling you, although we won, that team was not nearly as we just had Rattle. Rattle was just popping off. That was what it was. And Patrick. And Cole was
Starting to
solid.
fill the
Like all those
game.
guys were like solid and stuff. But I'm telling you, the level wasn't even close to what it was that year. And then after that, it just was not the same. And I'm not saying that's because of me. Like I said, I was just lucky to be a part of that. You know what I'm saying? It's just that all that it's not just Hawaii, but other teams too. Nothing comes close to that. And
Yeah,
I've
bro,
realized
dude.
that too.
You're just speaking because genuine, like you experienced all of it in the practice gyms.
Yeah,
And
exactly. Yeah.
Fraction, my opponents too. Everything.
This
Everything.
is
It
my
was
hot take
night and day.
on the level of volleyball right now. Some people might hate on me for it, but I think not obviously compare it boys to girls in terms of them playing each other, but I think high level college girls volleyball is at a way higher level than high level college men's volleyball right now, for sure.
Well, yeah.
It's because
Like,
they get
No,
the
but I
top
mean,
tier athletes. They're not going to get the
well,
top
the
tier
thi-
athletes in volleyball, in
bro,
basketball.
well, that's what I feel like volleyball is becoming. It's just straight athletes, not volleyball players.
Well, you need
yeah, like
yes, but
there's a
you.
way more.
we need more of both.
Sorry, Zach. I'll go.
Yeah.
I'll get into my thoughts after you, Zach. Sorry.
No, yeah, I was just saying, like, I feel like in men's, it's way easier to make it as just someone who jumps really high, and then they're like, oh, we'll teach this guy how to play. Or like being raw is more common in like men's than women's. I feel like you won't make it to a top school if you're raw in
But you watch some of those high level
women's.
women's games, and I'm like, they're playing good volleyball, bro.
It's for the U.S. for men's. I'm not a woman, so obviously I can't speak on this. But as men's, it's known as super physical dudes, but like they do the small things really really poorly, and that's also due to the coaching as well too. But also the problem is, so for example, you see like the overseas people, the overseas kids, they progress way faster because with the pro teams and all, and like they know the standard, and the coaches, if they're a bad coach, they at least know the standard. Okay, this can happen, this can happen, and because we're so far away from it and so out of touch with it, since we're all like geographically they don't see that. You know what I'm saying? They don't know what to do. And including myself too. Like when I was younger, I was lucky I had my dad. He was a really, really good coach. Um, but not everyone has a like they don't know what they don't know. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So then you just have raw talent, and then they go overseas and like, what the? It happened to me too. I was like, what the? It's like a different game. You know what I'm saying? So like you when you go overseas and then you go even after 1 year and you go watch college, you're like super good athlete, super good potential, but like stupid mistake, stupid mistake, stupid mistake. And including me when I was playing too, I did those same mistakes, and you don't learn till you're overseas and you're 21 at that point.
Thank you so much to Gage for being on the pod. As always, please follow our Instagram and TikTok, Starting 7 Pod. Gage was an amazing guest. We're very happy to have him. Gage, you can say a little farewell to all of our loyal fans.
Guys, love you. It's been an honor being on this podcast. It's Hawaiian. And go Bows and Ahui Ho.
Hell yeah.